a ladder tournament. Yesterday we saw Group A. We saw Tychus take an early lead in Group A. Hopefully today we'll see just as exciting matches. We saw a fantastic match between Tychus and Three-Way Lover, I think it was at the end. That was absolutely fantastic.
It was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah. So yeah. So we're not going to stream all of the games tonight, but we do have some highlights for you of some of the games that were already played. So I'm just going to put that one up first. We have a game between, between Kagamine and Perfect Split. So let's take a look at that one. It started off quite interestingly with Kagamine deciding to put the hatchery in a rather strange position. I don't know if
Yeah,
that
I
was.
get the feeling that's not supposed to happen.
No, but it looks like Perfect Split was basically just sending a lot of Zerglings in, with with some Mutalisks as well.
It's definitely living up to its name, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. When I
Yeah.
first saw Starcraft 2, one of my close friends is like, you know, if you could just control every Zergling individually, you'd be unstoppable.
Yes.
And that's what we're seeing right now.
Oh, but eventually it looks like the Zerglings and Mutas were overrunning Kagamine. Or, damn it, I can never pronounce that right. So yeah.
It's like an anime. Kagamine.
Kagamine, yes. Sorry guys. But yeah, so it's a pretty impressive start there from Perfect Split. It's actually a new bot on the ladder this year, one that we hadn't had last year, so very impressive to get up and such a perfect split in such good time. As we see, I don't think Kagamine really had any answer to this.
Yeah, you kind of need the banelings, man.
Yeah. Although HJax did say that he hadn't had a lot of time to update, so it's a possible that
That's okay.
With a week's a week to do that, he might be able to find an answer to that, which would be good.
Banelings, my friend. It's all about them banelings.
So yeah, there we go. So that was Perfect Split taking a perfect start.
Wow, that's impressive.
So next up, I want to have a look at Lambda Naught against Micro Machine.
Cool.
So this is quite interesting. Lambda Naught was sent some early attacks with some Ravagers. This was actually one of the closest games I think we've had, taking out the early expand.
Yeah, that is. Nice. Got to cancel. That's always good.
Yep. And
he's getting Banshees. That is definitely the correct response to this.
But it's not a foolproof response, because as long as you have those biles going down.
Yeah, if they get in like this, you are in a bad spot, because it takes a little bit of time for the Banshees to kill the.
Yeah.
What are the Ravagers, right? So if they get up in the main, you're toast. You kind of need like buy time with a bunker, but who knows with bots? Maybe he'll get back in this one.
But if you look at it, at one point, Lambda Naught had Micro Machine down to just one worker.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm seeing this with a little bit of
yeah, sorry.
Stream delay. Yeah, all good. I'm probably saying that he'll get back into it as there's like one worker left on the screen.
Yeah, there was just one worker left from Micro Machine at one point, but he did manage to pick it up and get back into it.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy to die to the Ravagers.
Yeah. So yeah, eventually Micro Machine would build up a decent army, and and then in comes the Banshees, and unfortunately Lambda Naught didn't really have an answer for that. So
yeah, I think Hellion Banshee is a very underrated unit composition.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's strong, and a lot of people use it, but I think it's even stronger than people give it credit for
Yeah.
because they're invisible, man. What are you going to do against invisible helicopters?
Yeah. Well, eventually Micro Machine would take down, but in true Micro Machine style, it would take its sweet time about it. Um, and in the end, there we go.
Oh, so we got some smack talk.
Yep.
I mean, granted, you probably already saw it, but hashtag stream delay.
A little bit of smack talk there. We still some time for guys to put in a bit of extra there. Um, so yeah, up next, we have another Micro Machine game, I believe. Um, yes, sorry, should we put Micro Machine versus Madbot? Um, one moment, I'll get that up. So yeah, this started off in typical way for Micro Machine, sending a couple of Reapers in to try and get some work done. Eventually, that would be cleared up by the stalkers there. So yeah, um, he got a few workers early on though, so I think it was well worth it before he sends the Banshees in. Um, so yeah, but as we can see, eventually all cleared up, and at this point,
Shield
Madbot,
batteries really help.
yeah,
Okay, so it says there's not too much delay
yeah,
for commentary, so
yeah. So that's not too bad.
okay,
That's
yeah,
good.
cool.
Yeah, eventually building up enough stalkers and some with some observers there, I think is probably going to deal with the Banshees.
Ooh, Viking drop.
Viking drops, yep.
Another, I think, underrated strategy because Vikings two-shot probes after they got the mechanical upgrade.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah.
man, he's taking down workers. Like,
He is, but if you look at it, Madbot is still keeping up a decent worker count, even though it's going down slightly.
yeah,
So
40 is like kind of like got a little bit of a limp. You're kind of crippling,
yeah,
like waddling through the game a little bit. If you lose 20 workers and go down to 60, you're still in fighting shape. 40, it's where it's like, oh man, that does not feel good at all.
no. But I think he's got the 3 shield batteries there, but they're not going to do a lot for you if you're just getting like loads of Vikings in there.
Yeah. If we look at this big picture, Micro Machine has so many bases. I
Yeah.
think it's looking pretty bad for Madbot.
Yes, at the moment it is. So yeah, pretty decent start for Micro Machine there.
Landed Vikings versus Stalkers.
Yeah,
They do
and
surprisingly well.
here we see. Unfortunately, Madbot has no workers left now, and there goes his Nexus, and Micro Machine takes a 2-0 start. So,
Man, Micro Machine is quite the impressive bot. Oh my goodness.
oh god, yes, he is. So anyway, let's get into our first streamed game. It is going to be Madbot versus Lambdanaut. If you sort by date order, it should show the right one, I think.
Okay. Yep.
I'll just turn that window off while we load it up. So yeah, pretty decent start for Micro Machine.
Yeah, Micro Machine's really killing it.
Although it was so close versus Lambdanaut, like literally he had one worker left. Obviously you're Terran, so you can throw down some extras to get some more minerals, but yeah, it's still pretty close.
You know, I actually had a ladder game that was that exact situation, and I I almost pulled through. So Micro
Yeah.
Machine, you're a better player than me, that's for sure. These bots are getting to impressive levels of skill.
Yeah. So let me know when you're in. And
I
ready to.
am absolutely ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. So, in the top left-hand corner of Parasites, we have Madbot, and in the bottom right, we have Lambdanaut. So yeah.
Do we have the stream of the game on our?
Oh, bloody hell! I keep forgetting to do that. What am I doing?
All good, all good.
I am terrible caster, guys. Just ignore me. Yeah. So yeah. Um, we see nothing really out of the ordinary. An early scout from Madbot coming out. I always feel sorry for these scouts coming across the map right here. They're there
Yeah,
just to be killed.
yeah, it's kind of a suicide mission. They give you really critical information, but at the same time, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're just big, fleshy sacks of helium or hydrogen or something. So
Well,
probably don't have too
but
much.
but so are we. As humans, that's all we are. So like.
I guess. I mean, I wish I could float across the map, but
Yeah.
I do not believe that's going to be the case for me.
No. No, unfortunately, I think you're a bit too heavy for that. I'm not saying you're fat or anything. I'm just saying that that's not likely to happen, you know.
Wow. Co-commentator calling me fat. I guess we're up to
Oh,
good
damn
terms.
it. That's it. Sick, man. Sorry. I've lost the co-commentator. That's it.
Well,
Oh.
I'll have some things to say to later. Say
Yeah.
later to you then.
Fair enough. You know, I
All
can
good.
take it.
It's all fun in games. My big question is, will Lambda not get a third base soon?
I don't know. I think he might just stick on 2 bases. I can't remember what he done in the last game, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I
this
mean,
scout over here is getting a whole lot of info.
yeah, it's kind of being allowed to roam free, that's for sure. Spawning pool's just now finished.
Yeah, it's super late. So, we'll see. Madbot usually tells us exactly what he's going to do pretty soon. I don't know exactly when. But,
You
there
called
we
it
go.
literally as. Oh my goodness, that was impressive timing.
Two base Colossus at 2 minutes and 20. So looks like that's what he's going for. And just as we speak, Lambda is getting his 3rd base.
2 base Colossus, huh? I think this is pretty good timing for third base. Like, you're not gonna have to deal with the Colossus anytime soon. Like,
No.
you're gonna have enough time to get your third base up and running and get defenses in place.
Yeah.
Question is, will he get the right ones?
I don't know. If he goes mass Zerglings, this could be a quick game.
It could, but he could also micro them, control
Yeah.
them all individually.
Yeah.
Which I feel like would be very, very good against Colossus, because Colossus do their splash damage in a line. So as long as you control your Zerglings individually, the Colossus will only be able to kill 1 Zergling at a time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the dream. So let's see how he manages it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4th base. Early 4th base.
Oh no, really? Oh
Nah,
god.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, no. No, that's just Overlord flying out there. That's.
Tricked you. I feel like 4th base at this point in the game, be hella greedy, but it's how I play my ladder games when I play Zerg.
Yeah.
I lose all of them, but you gotta get all the bases and hope they don't attack you till like 10-minute mark.
Yeah, people are often quite careful against Zergs because they know Zergs can rush them quite early as well. So you know, it does depend. Sometimes you can get away with it. Yeah, it's when I play on ladder. I always assume if I'm playing against a Zerg player, I'm going to face a mass of Zerglings inside like a minute and a half or something.
Yeah, you can never know.
But yeah, so
yeah.
looks like nobody's actually taken the time to even go have a look at what the opponent's actually doing yet.
I mean, that's true. I normally scout when there's something in my build order that will change.
Yeah.
So Mattbot is already decided his build order. I don't know what more he would want to know. Maybe have a probe out in the middle of the map to know, hey, there's 30 Zerglings coming at me. I better hardwall off or something. But at this point, I do not know. Like if Lambda just made like 30 Zerglings, believe that Madbot could get like run over fairly easy. Like,
Yeah, he has a roach warren up, so that's good. I don't see any roaches. Oh, there's 4 roaches in production right now, and also we're starting to get the first Colossus for Madbot. So yeah, yeah. Tweakin was pointing out in chat that at 5 minutes, 3-way level would already have his second Stargate up. But we're seeing a few Ravagers out now. I believe at this point in the last game there were already Ravagers at Micro Machine's front door, so I think Lambda is playing it a bit more careful this time. We'll have to see if there's a reason behind that. Maybe it's just the way he plays versus Protoss. And out comes the Thermal Lance, or at least he's getting the Thermal Lance. We have 1 Colossus out.
Lambda Knot has a queen with energy,
Yeah.
like so he could probably get some creep spread. Like he's getting quite a bit. Like more vision you have, the faster you can react to the Colossus coming across the map. Because in bot matches, bot versus bot, I think vision is one of the most important things to have. Just like because with perfect information as a bot, you can react a lot better.
Sure. Well, I feel at the moment that Lambda Knot has the advantage, certainly in terms of the army, and there's not really a lot behind that Colossus apart from a few Stalkers over here, whereas you have a massive Roaches, Zerglings, Ravagers just hanging out here for Lambda, and a 4th base on the way. There's your 4th base.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm worried that Madbot is going to have a little bit of an anti-timing where he moves across the map right as Lambda Knot's +1/+1 finishes up.
Yeah.
Looks like he's moving right now, so.
Oh, there we go.
They're going to have a middle of the map battle, it looks like, actually.
It's got quite an army coming out here for Lambda.
Yeah, oh, poor Madbot. You're supposed to make the Protoss death ball. Like, I don't know if he's...
But it's... I mean, he's getting a couple of those Ravagers down, but...
Yeah, that's true. The Stalkers are faring pretty well, but the Colossus are isolated.
Yeah.
So... Actually, the Colossus can micro pretty well against Roaches. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's quite impressive from Madbot right there. That's keeping those Colossus alive. And it looks like he's going to clear this up.
Looks like the Roaches were just walking past the Colossus for a while.
Yeah. There goes 1 Colossus.
Interesting choice to build Ravagers. They all go down.
Yeah. That may not be the best idea.
Behind this, Lambda Knot has gotten his 4th base. So,
yeah,
Madbot is going to have to go now if he wants to have a chance, because otherwise the economic advantage will just kick in. And
I mean, he is going for it. He's taking out this 4th base down here.
Oh, fighting with the drones. That's always a sign of desperation.
Yeah. But he is dealing with the Stalkers on this side, but the main army coming through into the 4th is probably going to go through that. He may be able to hold this.
Yeah, when you're doing Colossus build, most important thing to keep in mind is Colossus count.
Yeah.
So the Chakras going down shouldn't matter too much. He might actually, yeah, I think you're right. He might actually hold. Like he needs more Colossus, and his 3rd one is only halfway done.
But he's going off creep now, and I think that's probably a mistake. But yep, stay on the creep, Lambda. Stay on the creep. Oh. No.
Yeah, he's focusing down the Stalkers over the Colossus, which I think long term may come back to bite him in the butt, because as the Colossus grow, eventually everything just gets one shot and annihilated. So if they go down a choke point, suddenly everything's going to die.
Oh, but this, yeah, Madbot is keeping those Colossus alive really amazingly well.
Yeah, so he still has all 3.
Yeah.
I'm starting to worry about this one at the left. Like, I think that one might actually go down.
Oh yeah, it's just a couple of roaches over there.
Get on the high ground!
He's not gonna do it! He's not gonna do it!
I thought he could, like, walk up that ledge and go to safety.
No. But it looks like this army is gonna push through to the 4th anyway, of Lambda. So...
I was really hoping he'd, like, flip walk up there.
Yeah. And it just looks like the army of Madbot is now just going to completely outclass the army of Lambda,
Yeah,
even though Lambda still has a 20 worker lead.
yeah. So losing this fourth base is not the end of the world for Zerg. It was kind of a greedy move to take because, like,
Yeah.
choosing to attack, get your army wiped out, and then take a base is very optimistic, to say the least.
Yes.
So he's certainly not out, but he definitely needs to not let another base go down because
Yeah.
otherwise the Colossus are like he won't just be able to keep up with the Colossus.
He's still trying to retake this fourth over here.
Yeah, that's probably not a good use of money.
No.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I think Madbot might have crossed the point of no return where.
Yeah, this Colossus over here has 28 kills.
That is a lot of kills.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a chance where if he gets and goes for the natural base, he could get a surround because as reinforcements from the third come, like I'm just thinking optimistically here.
That is optimistic, but yeah, it's possible. But you have to think that the tide is seriously turning against Lambda here.
Yeah, he's not quite killing the Stalkers. The Stalkers are pulling away right at the last second. So
yeah. But just do a look at the loss tab. That's not looking good for Lambda.
Yeah, it's really not. That is a lot of roaches that have gone down.
But yeah, I think it's also very impressive of how Madbot has microed all the Stalkers and all the Colossus. The micro here is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he really should have been losing more than he has. Like, he's pulling everything away at just the right time, making sure not any Stalkers go down. So.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. He's lost 41 Stalkers, but that's not huge.
Yeah, I mean, not when you have this many Stalkers still alive.
Yeah.
Just to put this in perspective, right now, Madbot has 4 Colossus and 20 Stalkers against 3 Roaches and 3 Queens.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if this is tied and he's going to win.
No, unfortunately not. And these Roaches just keep walking in one by one over here. I don't think that's going to help him too much.
No. I think it's over.
And now he's going to come into the natural.
Well, good game, Lampard.
Yeah.
You fought well.
Yeah, he did. And I thought that attack that he made originally was very, very close to taking out, doing a lot more damage than it did, certainly.
Yeah, maybe a little better positioning, maybe a little more of a surround. Like, things could have gone either way in that fight.
Yeah.
Maybe moving out slightly earlier, right before he gets that second Colossus. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But he definitely did not get the timing window he was looking for.
So just an update on our friendly Colossus over here, currently sitting on 47 kills.
That is against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah. Okay, this looks like it's over. I'm gonna fast forward it a bit. Let Madbot take out the rest of the base.
The Colossus have surprisingly low DPS versus buildings.
Yeah. They're not meant for that, is the problem. So.
They're really not.
Yeah. I think the last building here is the extractor. And there we have it. Madbot takes a win. GG. Oh, Lambda not did really well. So I think next up, we have Sharpened Edge, or Perfect Split versus Sharpened Edge. If you've got that.
I have. Yeah. It's ready to go.
Cool.
Pretty high hopes for Lambda because his attack wasn't bad. He just was slightly wrong positioning and slightly wrong timing. That was enough to make things not go his way. But like maybe a different map even. Like it could be a completely different result.
It was very close, yes. So I mean, certainly he's not out of it. A lot more games to go. Ready to go when you are?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So yes, in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our red Zerg. It is perfect split. And in the top right, we have the blue Protoss with sharpened edge. I'm quite excited to see these two go at it. We saw a perfect split earlier. Had a really, really good game. Pretty much lived up to his name. But what was that? He just he just
Oh, the
made
extractor trick?
yeah.
Yeah, so there is a trick that some Zerg build orders do, where if you build an extractor, it makes your supply drop by 1. So you can build another drone before your Overlord hatches.
Oh, okay.
So
Fair
for a
enough.
brief minute, he was at 15 out of 14 rather than 14 out of 14 supply.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
it's a little bit of a controversy of whether that helps you. I think on very specific build orders, it helps you and saves you like 5 minerals, maybe.
Yeah,
But most of
fair
the time,
enough.
unless you know which build order, like you're probably just costing yourself minerals. But
Yeah.
man, does it feel fun to do? You're like, oh man, I have 15 out of 14. It's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that just by getting your opponent to take out one of your overlords, of course. But you know, it's probably not the most sensible one to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, normally when my supply's in the red, I start worrying.
yeah, that's a good time to start worrying. It's really annoying when a base trade and you just lose all your supply depots, and suddenly you can't build anything else. You're like, I have like 10,000 minerals in the bank, and I would win the space trade if only I had supply depots.
Yeah. So this is why it's hard to base trade the Zerg.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I guess their overlords do fly after all, so.
yeah. And talking about flying overlords, there's one coming into the base. We already had a scout from Sharpened Edge. There it is.
So I just realized that Zerg is kind of like reverse Terran, because Terran has flying buildings but not flying supply depots, and Zerg has flying supply depots but their buildings can't fly. It's like the exact opposites.
Yeah. Do you think they copied that? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zerg saw the Terran flying buildings and they're like, "We
Yeah.
want that."
It's an interesting way of thinking about it. But I don't know. I think I prefer the flying overlords. Flying buildings don't really like. The good thing about the overlords is that you can just sit them there, whereas if flying buildings can't really produce anything if they're sitting in the middle of the. And also they're a lot harder to hide.
That is true.
We're seeing a couple of adepts coming over. Looks like these zerglings might be able to clean this up.
Oh,
Some nice micro, but
yeah, the Adepts are trying to get escape, but they're not firing. I think he could have gotten 1 or 2 more Zerglings if he wasn't trying to escape so frantically. I don't blame him though. I'd be running for my life as well.
yeah. Yeah, that's not a successful harass there from Sharpened Edge.
Perfect split is up to 15, now 17 Zerglings. I would like to see him move out across the map with that, because you got to remember every Zergling you make is a couple less drones, and you definitely don't need 17 Zerglings this early on to hold off against most builds.
Yeah.
So you're nice to see some early pressure, but
And
maybe he's just waiting.
There's not really much over the other side of the map to deal with it. You've got like three zealots there. I think that's all he's got. Yeah, so 3 zealots.
Yeah, these Zerglings would do a number on the Protoss, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what Sharpened Edge is going for at the moment.
Do you see his supply right now? It's like going nuts. Like how
What?
how is that happening?
How? I don't know. I've no idea.
No, he's making and canceling queens over and over and over again.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Like, if you look at his main, he's just starting and stopping a queen over and over. I was so confused why that was happening, because I'm like, won't you just run out of larva if that's happening? But I guess no, he's just trying to make a queen, and then he's changing his mind. So
Yeah. I wonder
probably
why
not
that
a good
is.
person.
Yeah.
Well, he has 3,000 APM. He's got to spend it somewhere.
I guess so, yeah. But he's taken quite a significant army lead and has a whole lot more workers than Sharpened Edge right now. I think if he went across the map, I mean, he would no doubt finish this game straight up. Although there's a few adepts there now, so possibly.
Yeah, he would definitely lose that natural base. And being a 1-base Protoss against a 3-base Zerg is not a happy time. So
No. Yeah.
just buys at it again. It is definitely in Perfect Split's favor, though.
Yeah.
He has more bases, more workers, more army supply, 41 Zerglings. I am
Wow.
not sure how I feel against this move out across the map that Good Edge is doing. He's walking straight into a death trap.
Sharpened edge. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. He's gonna walk straight into it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of what Perfect Split is doing. Because, like, think about it. What are you going to do against all of these Zerglings without splash damage? Like, because if you try to do splash damage, all the Zerglings will just split.
Yeah.
So.
And like we saw in the game against Kagamine that Perfect Split had such good, well, had a perfect split pretty much. Like it was, yeah, it was pretty impressive. So, even if you get the splash damage, getting the splash damage in the right place.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't think Colossus would do it. You'd probably be relying on something like the Psy Storms, but then getting that on more than a couple.
I think surprisingly, Oracles or Void Rays would be pretty good against this, just because, like, what's the Zerglings going to do against it? Like, eventually you'll just clean them all up. Hopefully you don't die in the meantime, because Void Ray DPS isn't.
No. But there you go. Right. Just as you said it, is Oracle coming across the map to maybe take out a few. But there's Queen's there to deal with it. Yeah, the Queen's.
I'm still thinking about the Zealots, like the luckiest Zealots in the world. Like they definitely should have been surrounded.
Well, they left their friends, all the Adepts, to die. Like.
It was very nice.
It's going back to what I said yesterday about the. I can't remember which bot it was. I think was it Tychus that sent all his medevacs across the map, and then as soon as there was any trouble, he just left the.
Yeah, I think it might have been Tychus. Yeah, it was. Like he just dropped them all off, and the Marines were so drug addicted that they just had to keep taking their stim packs over and over, even though there wasn't any medevacs to heal them. They died more from stim pack than they did from the enemy trying to kill them.
So yeah, I don't think we're seeing a lot of brotherly love in this tournament so far.
Yeah, certainly not.
But it looks like
Oracle.
There are so many queens. How many queens does he have? Like, that's 11 queens.
Yeah. So 12. I'm saying 12.
Okay.
We might be slightly out of sync, but it's okay.
It's fine. Oh wow. So this attack here is doesn't look like that's going to go in Protoss' favor right there. I mean, he had he got it on the ramp pretty nicely. So, like, but yeah.
And he just lost his Void Ray for no reason. I was really thinking there'd be a recall or a retreat or something, because like if you get enough Void Rays, you could actually probably deal with this. But as it stands right now, Sharpened Edge just does not have the right unit composition for this. And Mutalisk's coming out. I don't even know if Void Rays are enough to stop this. Like, Zerg has just been left alone for too long, and I think they're just going to steamroll across the map.
But yeah, if you look at the
attack move is enough.
If you look at the army supply as well, it's like 112 to 42. Yeah. I don't think.
APM just crossed 100,000, so.
Wow.
I mean,
that's pretty crazy.
That's what happens when you control all the Zerglings individually. So.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it now. All these Zerglings. Holy moly.
Yeah. Sorry, Sharpened Edge. It doesn't look like this is your game. But yeah.
Zerglings are like huge. Like they're like the size of like dogs. Like just imagine like 100 like dogs coming in, like attacking you. Like that would not be very fun times.
I know it's pretty much over now for Sharpened Edge. Down to just 4 army supply and 14 workers. and that's
Yeah,
going
I'm
to be
trying to think like what the solution for this would be. Well, like perfectly splitting Zerglings is pretty tricky to deal with.
yeah.
I guess maybe like a big Marine ball would do pretty good. As long as you don't
Yeah.
let them get this round, like medic or medevac Marines could have decent shot, especially if you get 1-1, 2-2 at the right times.
I'm guessing Archons maybe, but like even that would be hard. So yeah. And here we see the unfortunate end of Sharpened Edge.
Yeah, you'd have to get a lot of Archons for it to be worth
Yeah,
like
definitely.
fighting them, because like if Archons get surrounded, like the Archon and Zergling relationship is kind of interesting. If it's like 10 Zerglings against one Archon, the Zerglings probably are gonna like take it out just because you get surrounded.
Yeah.
They attack pretty fast, but like 10 Archons versus 100 Zerglings, like those Zerglings are all gonna vaporize. So.
Right. Anyway. So yeah, I think next we move on to Kagami 8 against Micro Machine. I think we're starting to see a kind of like power level in this group as well. Like Perfect Split has had a couple of wins. Micro Machine is so far unbeaten. Kagami I don't think is as powerful as last time. So, but he's still doing well, you know. So anything could happen. But yeah, we're certainly seeing a kind of like power level emerge there. I think Perfect Split and Micro Machine are going to be very difficult to beat in this group.
Yeah, Group B has some really scary bots. Oh my goodness! Like,
Yeah.
Kagami, Micro Machine, and Perfect Split are all bots I would not want to go against, like ever.
Oh, definitely not. So, are you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So yes, it is a Terran versus Protoss, and up in the top left we have Micro Machine, our blue Terran, and bottom right is Kagami, is the red Zerg. Yep, I think we're seeing a scout coming out from Kagami, or maybe a proxy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this would be a scout because it is a 4-player map.
Yeah.
So you kind of do need to send out an early worker just to find out where they are.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I normally do is I'll send out one to each side base, and then know that if they're not either side base, they must be at the far base. So you can kind of get their position with a single kind of like scouting round, but it just does take one extra scout.
Yeah, which is a lot early on. That's like
Yeah.
almost 20% of your economy, like spent to scouting. So, like,
Yeah.
it's an annoying necessity
But it is unfortunately a necessity.
on 4-player maps, certainly.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So there's been a lot of discussion around 4-player maps and if we should include them next time. I kind of like them, but at the same time I see why a lot of people don't.
Yeah, for Starcraft 2, I'm not as big a fan of 4-player maps just in general. I
Yeah.
think having all those extra bases really swings things in the favor of the Zerg player if things go long.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's going to be like 4-base Terran against like a 9-base Zerg, and that's just like, I don't think
Yeah.
leads to very good games. I'm not opposed to them if all the games are short, but just like late game is really hard.
Yeah. We see this poor drone here may go down, or we'll take another on 1 HP, and he's dead. And Micro Machine has his first Reaper out.
Mm-hmm. They both know where each other are, so cross map splits. The thing about 4-player games is it's kind of like having like a couple different maps on the ladder at the same time, because like cross splits and adjacent splits, that's like 3 different maps, right? You can be adjacent to the left, adjacent to the right, or across.
Yeah. So let's see how much this Reaper can get done here. There's a couple of Zerglings out, no Queen yet for Kagami.
That's quite the interesting place to place the Reaper Grenade, like just on the ramp.
Yeah. But there is a Queen just about to pop, so hopefully he'll be able to clear this up. And
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get too many drone kills.
no.
Oh, he might get one.
Might get one down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's really hard to program good Reaper micro.
Yes. We got a second Reaper coming in at the side here. So there's currently nothing in production for the. Okay, we've got an SCV coming out now. We've got got more Zerglings in production for Kagamine. Don't know what he's going for. He's got a third. He's got a third base here. Micro Machine tells him that speedlings won't save him.
But they will buy time.
Yes.
So.
And we do know that Micro Machine is likely to go for the Banshees. He's researching the cloak right now, and got a Banshee in production.
Interesting, he goes for the cloak first, then the Banshee.
Yeah.
I tend to favor the other way, because you get the Banshee there that much earlier, but...
Yeah.
His Reapers are doing way more damage than they ever should.
Yeah, it's very difficult to chase Reapers with Zerglings, and I think the Queens are going to get caught out here. The Queens are out of position, and he's going directly for the worker line.
Maybe he'll get another worker dead.
I think he will.
Like it.
Oh no, maybe not.
He got enough shots off to kill a worker, but he attacked like all of them once, so there's not too much you can do in that situation. Like, I mean, then attack the same Zerg, the same drone over.
Yeah. He's got one worker kill so far, which is not too bad. So
not terrible. But I think it was just a scouting worker. So
yeah, one worker and 16 drone and 16 Zerglings. So yeah, certainly could be a lot worse.
Yeah, Micro Machine does know that Kagamine has got a third base, but Kagamine only knows about Micro Machine's main base.
But now we have fourth going up for Kagamine as well.
That is true. Like, it's a good time to get a fourth.
Yeah. Ooh, and it looks like I heard some Hellions. We got Hellions? No. It's still just the Banshees.
He's got the Blue Flame upgrade and Hyperflight Rudders. Man, these poor drones are not standing much of a chance against.
But we have
flying helicopters.
Yeah.
The Overseers are here, but there are no anti-air. And the Queen's like going like, what? Should I attack? Should I not? But doesn't even know which way it's up. Like, pretty sure one Queen can definitely take out a Banshee if you have the detection.
Sure. But the Queen just won't come in. Queen, this is your brood. Why are you not saving your brood?
I don't know. Like, maybe it's just comparing money value, and it's like, oh, Banshees are more expensive than my Queens, so therefore I should not potentially fight that because it's bigger and scarier army.
Yeah. It looks like there is a Spore Crawler going down though, and the Banshee is going into the main now. But Kagamine does have a Spire, so he can probably grab some Mutas to go and take this out.
Yeah, the Banshee still put in some serious work. 6 drone kills, 23 Zergling kills.
Yeah.
The Banshee itself has 14 kills, so not too bad. Micro Machine is getting his 4th base too, so I think it's a little bit of dangerous timing to get a 4th base against Zerg. You don't really need it yet. But we'll see if Kagamine goes and punishes it.
Oh, and it looks like this Queen's going to go down as we see another Banshee coming in.
Oh, a Buddy Banshee. Yeah, that's going to do a lot more damage.
Oh, these poor drones, they just don't have any way of dealing with it. There is a Spore there, but it's just out of range.
Yeah.
As we see the Mutas coming in now.
It's flying like a perfect circle around the range of the Spore Crawler.
Yeah.
Well, Muta should eventually clean up the Banshee as long as there is detection, which it looks like the Banshee got out of range, so the Muta flies away.
It's almost out of energy as well, so it'll probably be yeah, there we go.
Holy moly, 21 drones down. This is not good.
No. I see one Banshee goes down. Another 2 are coming in.
Yeah, he's up to 3 Banshees just in the main, flying around.
Oh,
Like, I'm kind of glad Kagman's on the forward bases. Like, he really needs it, but he's taking... Oh, all of the Zerglings are coming to fight the Hellions.
oh, yeah. But that is a lot of barbecued Zerg.
Yeah, that is really fancy Hellion micro. He
Oh,
didn't lose like any.
wow. So, barbecued Zerg, anyone?
Sounds like chicken.
Yeah. I don't know.
Tastes like chicken too.
Yeah. Should serve it on the barbecue in summer. See if anyone notices.
I don't know why all these drones keep transferring between bases. Like, they need to like stay underneath the spore crawler, but like
Yeah.
they keep getting picked off every time they transfer. So I guess they keep doing that. I don't know if Kagman has too much of a shot. Like, it's 24 workers against 73 of Micro Machines. And Micro
Yeah.
Machines taking a 5th base.
Wow. Yeah, it does look like this is over, unfortunately. I don't see any real...
Harass has done way more damage than it ever should.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't see any easy way back for Kegamini or Kugamine. Kugamine. It'll take out a few of the Hellions, but yeah, there's nothing behind it. See the Vikings coming in to take out the Overlords as well.
Yeah, it's really annoying when you can't, like, the AIs have not any good way of seeing the cloaked units.
Yeah.
So it makes it really annoying to fight against.
Oh, those poor mutas are going to go down to the Vikings, looks like.
Yeah, it looks like not even a single Viking goes down. Like, that one is... There's one Viking, 6 HP left.
Yeah, I thought that one might go down, but no. So the Vikings are going to land in here and take out even more drones.
One Viking goes down to a queen in the main.
Yeah.
And it's just terrible, terrible, terrible damage taking place right now.
You see, this is why Micro Machine is so impressive. He doesn't really do all-ins. He just does little bits of harass here and there and there, and then eventually the harass is going to kill you. Like,
Yeah, he does a really good job keeping these harass units alive, and eventually there's so many of them that, like, you just die.
Yeah.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Oh.
Wonder how well Micro Machine would deal with hidden base, like in the far corner of the map.
I think he would probably find it eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but would it give him too much of an economic lead?
Oh, possibly. Might be a way of dealing with it for the updates next week. And some more barbecued Zerglings are coming in. There we go, it looks like the main is going to go down, and then it's just going to be a clean-up job from Micro Machine.
I wonder what Micro Machine would do if he just lost all of his health, early Banshees. Because,
Yeah.
like, you kind of need those to do damage, otherwise you're in a really bad spot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to clean up, so I'm going to fast forward. And I'll wait for him to clean up the rest of the bases. There's no workers, no army left for Kagamine. Sorry, HJax. Better luck
Yeah.
next time.
It's really hard when you're one of the most successful bots
Yeah.
of the last tournament, and then, like, you don't update it too much because everyone's going to know, hey, Like everyone has you in their sights.
Yeah, everyone just wants to take you out. But that's cool. Um, so anyway, what I might do next is go to a few more of the highlight streams.
Okay.
If that's good with you.
Yeah, I'm just like hyped for the next game. Micro
Cool.
Machine versus Perfect Split.
Um,
Or are we doing
ooh,
that one
ooh.
next?
We're doing that one after the highlights. So,
Okay.
so
Sure,
should we
sure.
go do some highlights first?
Like,
So
I have no idea who's going to win that, but, like,
yeah,
I want to see the Zerglings split against all the Hellions, you know?
yeah.
Like, it will be amazing to watch.
So yeah. I am gonna go to Kagamine against Sharpened Edge.
H-Jax is wondering if he could change his Matt veto, between rounds of the tournament.
Yeah, we can allow that.
Okay,
Guess
cool.
that's probably
I
a good
can't
thing.
blame him. 4-player map? Ooh.
So yeah, I think we had this one, HJax. Got some early army supply. Sharpened Edge brought some workers that had to try and do an early push. Didn't quite work out for him so well.
I really like that smack talk. Did you know I can build Corruptors versus Colossus? Like,
Yeah,
I'm no
that is
bot, I
good.
don't think anything, but like just Corruptors versus Colossus is so annoying to deal with. Like the Corruptors just destroy the Colossus.
Yeah,
And, like Stalkers do so little against the high armor of Corruptors.
yeah, it's really well done. So yeah, I think we can see the Corruptors just getting taken out by the by everything. And yeah, we see the Immortal going down as well. I think Kagami basically kept up a very high army lead for the entire game, so it was no surprise when he eventually overcame the army, no matter how many. The perfect Sharpened Edge was very good micro with the Stalkers, um, but yeah. So yeah,
So,
go ahead.
Kakamine has really high APMs. It's just sometimes it's freezing momentarily. That's all.
Yeah,
It's all good though. It's not too terrible. Like at this point, like Kagamine has the supply, but
yeah,
like it doesn't seem like he's able to break through. So there's a lot of Hydralisks. Okay, there's
yeah.
no way he's
There's
breaking through.
so many Hydralisks
I was
there.
wondering where the army supply was.
Yeah, he's almost maxed out at this point and just coming through. So
Yeah, I made two. I guess the Corruptors versus the Colossus
yeah,
are good. Just gonna take them out. Don't step forward with the Colossus. Step back, pull back. Like that was your chance of
yes,
fighting.
yeah,
I could step like 2 steps forward. It suddenly like it just vaporized. Like it was doing pretty well, and then all the Hydralisks targeted it, and it just died.
yeah,
So yeah, needs some disruptors. Disruptors definitely would help, but I think Colossus is High Templars are probably the way to go. Like just storm on a nice big clumped up chunk of units and vaporize them all.
yeah. So yeah, I think we can see pretty much the end of Sharpened Edge here.
Yeah, a huge worker pull, but those workers are going to do nothing.
Yes.
Ultimate act of desperation.
Yeah. Pretty much. And there we see everything go down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at this point, like, it's just hilarious. Like, I keep expecting, like, there to be, like, a bunch of BM, like, Nidus networks all over the entire map. Like, and they just do a little dance. Like,
That would be pretty cool.
Like, and rather than travel from building to building, there's like 2 Nidus networks like right next to each other, and they just like go
Oh,
through the maze.
that would be pretty much BM right there.
It would be hilarious. I mean, I really like the concept of Nidus networks. Just like, I also want to see like a bunch of bunkers, like the bunker tunnel, where you have bunkers, and each of the bunkers, their unload point is the next bunker. Like, so, like if
Yeah.
you put it in one bunker, you just teleport across the map instantly.
Oh,
It's
that would be so cool.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious, but it's also very, very mineral intensive, and no one really does it. So
Yeah. So I'm just going to put up Lambda Naught against Perfect Split. So Perfect Split's had a pretty good start to the game. Lambda Naught was coming in here. I think we join it a little where Perfect Split has just come straight across the map, and yeah, uh, didn't actually get the job done right there. Sorry. So Lambda Naught is basically trying to get a counter-attack going, but I think Perfect Split is pretty much just a perfect split.
yes, those banelings are not doing too much.
Yeah,
I might have to retract my statement of banelings are the way to answer all these Zerglings. Like,
it's unfortunately if they're spread out that much, then it's not going to do you much good. So yeah, and I think at this point Lambda was coming across and was getting some reasonable amount of success, but eventually it was just too much with the muters and the zerglings coming across.
like the patterns and designs that we see from all these waypoints is actually kind of like mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I can like never get enough of it. They're just going all over the place.
Yeah, I think if you look at the army supply there, the soup does not lie.
Yeah, the soup absolutely does not lie, and looks like Perfect Split is perfectly splitting. It's
Yeah,
really hard to be cost effective with banelings when
yeah,
you can only get one circling at a time. Like even with baneling speed, it's not enough.
yeah. And yeah, it's just you just can't do it. Even if you do get a decent hit, you're going to take out what, 2 zerglings? You know,
Yeah,
it,
like you'd have to surround them with banelings,
yeah,
so that way there's nowhere to run.
so yeah.
Yeah, the beaters are kind of just doing like victory laps, you know. Like I almost wonder if it's better to get corruptors because I feel like you got the Zerglings for the ground, and they could just have like corruptors for the air or something, but maybe
Yeah.
not.
So I think we're going to do one more highlights after this. I think this one was pretty much over at that point. Lambda was just unfortunately couldn't hold it. GG guys. Um, so I want to do Perfect Split versus Madbot.
Cool,
Uh,
cool.
actually, no, we just had a Perfect Split game, didn't we? So I think we need to play Madbot up against Kagam. Actually, no, let's do Perfect Split against Madbot. I think we see here Madbot going for his 2-base Colossus tech again. Um, Perfect Split has his usual bunch of queens there already. Actually, Immortals aren't such a bad answer to this if you get them in enough number.
Yeah, but I mean, Immortals against Zerglings is not like my favorite situation to be in.
No,
Like, I think Immortals are good against everything Zerg except for Zerglings and
yeah,
anything that flies.
yeah, and obviously Muters, so pretty much everything that Perfect Split does.
Yeah, that's probably not the best, but it seems like they're putting in work.
Yeah, it's definitely doing some work for him there. He's
Like,
trying
they
to
are
get
doing
the
way more damage than they should. Like, if the Zerglings do go down pretty fast to Immortals, but they also take the Immortals out. So, like, you
yeah.
just come on, get this surround. of Zerglings around an Immortal, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, so we can see here that Perfect Split is trying to pull the workers. And it looks like he's going to actually get some success. Like, the workers are going to take down that Immortal there.
I mean, maybe. Like,
But,
Immortals aren't mortal. Like,
yeah,
it's getting pretty close. It's looking like you might go down. Recall their Immortal. Recall.
yeah.
Aw.
But yeah, so at
At
this
this point,
point, yeah,
Perfect Split is
Perfect,
basically done in.
so it's just down to 3 workers. Madbot's coming around. And it from here on in, it was just Madbot taking down the down the hives and layers. So
Yep, just a matter of time before they all go down.
yep. And marching up into the main base to remove Perfect Split's perfect record. So that does mean that Micro Machine is pretty much the only unbeaten bot so far left in Group B. But yeah, we'll just watch the end of this, I think. We'll see. So sorry for Perfect Split. Chippy Dip is like saying you need to scout that better. But yeah, I think we have to give credit to Madbot here. It's a very, very good build order. So anyway, on to our marquee match. Well, Micro Machine, who is now our only undefeated bot in this group, up against Perfect Split. Let's see how this goes. Let me know when you're good to go.
Yep.
Cool. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So yes, down in the bottom left of Carillion Fall, we have Micro Machine, and up in the top right, we have Perfect Split, who no longer has a perfect record. But
He does in my heart.
yeah, it's still a very well built bot, and some of the micro we see is crazy. And there we go with the cancelled extractor again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's all about those slight optimizations.
Yeah.
I just like doing the extractor trick. I think it's fun. I do it on both extractors. Heck, you could probably go to your third base and build some more extractors too.
Yeah.
Like, and then you'll have so many Zergling or drones.
That would be kind of cool.
We wouldn't need to build any overlords. Just extractor trick, like the whole game.
There's got to be a limit to that, because you just have to go around the entire map taking all the extractors and
yeah, like, I guess that's true.
because
There's only so many extractors.
You can only up your supply by 1 per extractor. So like even if you've got a map with like 15 bases on it, like
yeah, the limit is the number of workers you have.
Well, no, it's the limit. There's a number of geezers.
You could also build like spore crawlers and like cancel them.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
It's just more expensive.
Yeah.
At that point, it's probably better to build overlords, but it's about the dream and sending a message.
But yeah, I mean we're not about efficiency with that build. Certainly not.
Yeah, you might as well build 6 pool them and build 6 spawning pools.
Yeah. So here we go, an early scout from Perfect Split.
Almost across the map, saying there's going to be no natural yet. So a little bit. Some people like to get the factory before the second command center. Like you go either way, really.
Yeah.
So.
We see the first Reaper coming across the map here. See if he can get any workers.
Who knows? Maybe he will. He's running away from the drone.
Yeah, we've got
that
2
is
queen.
A lot of lost mining time.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely does not want to be doing this. Now he's just sitting some drones, like, over in the corner of his base. Like, I don't know what those drones are doing, but I'm pretty sure they should not be there.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not even moving. Okay.
So it does
they stopped
clean that
chasing
up.
the Reaper. Yeah. Once the Reaper died, then the drones went back to work. I think they thought they were, like, chasing the Reaper.
And this Reaper is also going to go down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Probably didn't realize there was minerals there because you can outrun Zerglings with a Reaper.
Yeah.
They're not afraid.
I'm looking at these queens. They seem to be going at a very weird walk. I don't know what that is about.
I think so. They don't know which one wants to do which job. I think one of them wants to spread creep, maybe?
Yeah. Possibly. It's very strange anyway. But I do like...
Oh, that's the perfect spot for Reaper Micro. It's hilarious. Up and down the
Oh! There's nothing you're going to do about it from there. But the queen is going to come around and try and...
Yeah, that queen's way far off creep. You always got to worry about queens that are that... It's doing a dance.
It's doing a little moonwalk. I love that. Like, little queenie
That's
dance.
hilarious. Man, I know what I want to spend my APM on now. Just moonwalking my queens across the map.
Oh, that's so good. Chippy Dip, we need the code for that. Like, just open source that code, specifically the code you do the queen moonwalk.
Yeah, I should make code that lets you place your buildings to spell words.
Yeah.
He's doing the queen again, where the supply goes up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most hilarious bugs I've seen, but
It works for you.
Yeah.
Maybe the hatchery just feels better about sort of like having a queen in build, but doesn't actually want the queen, you know. So maybe. Right.
Maybe he just doesn't have larva.
So,
no, he has larva.
Yeah.
Probably want to be spending that larva not on. I mean, spending that money on something other than toggling a queen back and forth, back and forth.
Well, the queen actually comes from the hatchery itself, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, but I mean, he has larva.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Okay, this is the moment of truth. Will he be able to deal with cloaked banshees?
It doesn't have any. I don't see any overlords around at the moment. There is a couple of spore crawlers about, so it's possible. But
yeah, he'll have a chance. Like a spore crawler at each base, definitely give you a shot. Oh, he parked right outside of range of the spore crawler.
Oh, that poor queen.
Oh. Yeah, the queen probably doesn't even know what's hitting her. Oh my goodness, he needs an overseer, and he needs it soon. Oh, although the queen's inching closer and closer to the spore crawler. So maybe, like, the spore crawler will detect the banshee.
I don't know.
Oh man, this is
not looking good.
Yeah, I think it might be doing too much damage.
Oh, although the banshee looks like it's going back. It's run out of energy. There we go.
Yep. You don't want to fight when you're out of energy, that's for sure.
So it looks like Perfect Split is taking a fourth. Micro Machine is already taking his fourth. So. Oh, I wonder if that
so far only queens have gone down.
Yeah.
So
that's not that bad. I mean, certainly not critical losses right there. But
still on 80 workers, so.
He is in range of that spore crawler now, so they can see him. He's not even cloaked, so that wouldn't matter anyway, but... He's going to get a few drones here.
Yeah, but not too many.
No.
You gotta worry about the extra banshees that are coming across the map. And all these Hellions. Oh my goodness. Hellions are... The Zerglings are showing no fear, though.
But that circling micro, yeah. As good as the circling micro is, you can't get past those Hellions.
I mean, like, he'd have more luck attack moving. Like, that's kind of like anti-micro. If he attack moves, he would have got at least, like, some, maybe even half the Hellions. But if you don't like that, you're not going to get any.
And it does look like these Hellions are going to come in here and pretty much cover up everything here.
Yeah, these queens are really good at fighting Hellions. Yeah. Queens are really good at, like, everything.
Yeah.
Except walking off of creep. So.
And killing cloaked units that they can't see.
Yeah. Although it looks like they can he's shooting. Yeah, he has an overseer.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I see
it
it. Yes.
was.
Yeah.
It was in range briefly, but now the queens are like the overseer has not moved closer to the banshee. So
But it's good that he has it there. So if the banshee does actually try to move closer,
yeah, these mutalisks though, now that they're coming across the map, are going to clean up probably all the banshees and
yeah,
maybe even some hellions. Well, if he like actually bothers to move these mutalisks, he has 14 mutalisks, but look like only 2 were fighting banshees.
yeah, and also he has the Vikings now, which are very good against mutas.
They're all right. I think 14
Yeah,
mutalisks can fight 2 Vikings.
yeah,
Like Vikings are actually kind of surprisingly bad against mutas. Like you definitely want like the splash damage of Thors or the splash damage of Liberators to deal with mutas because they all kind of like clump up.
yeah. And here we go. The mutas look like they're going to take down these Vikings, but
Yep,
maybe
yep.
if they don't ignore them and go after the Hellions.
Yeah. Perfect Split is getting some pretty solid defense out now.
Yeah.
He has only lost 9 drones, so they're at pretty even worker count. So unlike the last time Micro Machine went up against the Zerg, like they're
Yeah.
at even worker count right now. So if he gets another base, like he's leading an army supply, and Banshees are not really what you want in like maxed out army battles.
No.
They just die way too fast.
Wow. This game is pretty close actually. If you look at the supply, it's not that much difference at the moment. Like it's got a 30 lead for Micro Machine, but
Yeah, I mean, it all depends whether or not he will get the overseers with his army, so
yeah.
that way he can like fight these banshees. Because otherwise, he's just gonna lose like everything to the banshees slowly over time.
But this game is getting pretty crazy. There's battles everywhere right now. Like we've got Hellions coming in over here. We've got Vikings and Banshees over here. That
Tiny battles everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and the banshees finally got a range of the overseer.
Oh, they run out of energy just at the wrong time though.
That is also true. I think Perfect Split might have done it. I was so worried for him though. But
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's too early to call. It's still anyone's game.
Yeah.
But he's definitely repelled all the harass, and we've got to see what Micro Machine will transition to.
I don't know if Micro Machine has another transition in him. I think this
Yeah,
was
he
his
might not.
transition.
Like, you would need a lot of Widow Mines to fight this, but like even then, the Mutalisks are splitting pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, like he just doesn't have the units he needs. Nothing shoots up. He has Vikings, but Vikings are not going to fight horny Mutalisks.
No. Unless you have a horde of Vikings, which unfortunately he doesn't right now.
Yeah.
And now he's losing his 4th base as well.
Wow, I'm surprised. At the start, I could have sworn that Micro Machine was going to win. He was doing some pretty good damage.
Yeah.
But turns out, once Banshees run out of energy, they're not as good as they originally were.
But you see, so there's still some harass going on over here, and like the Hellions are kind of trying to take out the 4th base of Perfect Split, while his main base is pretty much dying. So,
Yeah, it's not very successful either. Like
No.
earlier in the game, he lost like what 8 workers. Now he's lost a total of 11. So I
that's
think
insane.
his main like. Okay, and here's the rule with Terran. Anytime you get on top of their production, the Terran is dead. Like, they are dead.
Yeah.
Like, because they can't make any more units. The second they pop out, they just instantly die.
Yeah.
And you can fly away with your buildings because, like, the enemy will just follow them. So, like, basically what he has right now to fight these Mutalisks is what he's going to have for the rest of the game. And what he has is 2 Vikings, 13 Hellions, and
It's just not enough. There's no way.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, just with 1 Viking left. So that's the only thing that's going to shoot up, apart from these missile turrets right here, which I don't think Perfect Split is going to run everything into a missile turret.
Yeah, definitely not. The missile turrets are not in the position they need to be to protect the critical SCVs and, more importantly, the production.
Yeah. As we see more SCVs going down all the time.
20 workers left. Not good.
No, it looks like Micro Machine is going to take his first loss.
Yeah, that's actually like a little bit surprising. Like,
Yeah.
Micro Machine's been cutting people to death, 1,000 paper cuts, and Perfect Split just was not having any of it. So.
No, his defense was amazingly good. Like, to the early harass, certainly. Although he did run some drones off into the corner, so, you know, room for improvement, maybe.
It definitely could have done a little bit better with some detection, but it turns out queens are just have enough health that if you spend all your time trying to kill the queens with a bunch of transfusions, you're not spending time killing the workers. So, that, I think, might have been the fatal flaw.
We see his natural going down, and in comes the Zerglings now. So it's not just the Muters. We are going to see a few more barbecued Zerglings by the end of the game, but I don't think it's really going to save Micro Machine.
Yeah, there are a lot of missile turrets there, and he's making more. He's like, I know how to fight. I know how to fight these people.
Okay, I think we're going to speed this up slightly.
Well, good. When you're at 10% of the supply of the other person, you're basically dead.
Yeah. So we see the Hellions are just sitting there in the back of the base, really. They're kind of chilling. Like, don't kill me, please don't kill me.
Yeah. Like, they're just hiding under the missile turrets, and hey, maybe they will survive. Because the goal in Starcraft is to kill all the buildings. So maybe if they just cower long enough, they will survive.
It's possible, but all the buildings does include those missile turrets, so...
Yeah, and it also includes the buildings directly above to the north.
Ah, yes. So this one
might just kill all the Hellions. Oh, there they go.
Oh. Yeah, those missile turrets aren't long for this world.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of finding... And then Micro Machine calls Pineapple.
I find that so funny.
Yeah. Pineapple is the safe word. GG, guys. So that means that there is no bots left with a perfect record. So this group could get very interesting. It's like the last one. But yeah. So anyway, next up, we have Sharpened Edge against Madbot on Automaton.
I'm ready when you are.
Cool. I am just loading in.
Protoss versus Protoss. I think it's first Protoss versus Protoss of the day.
I think it's first Protoss versus Protoss of the entire tournament. Actually, no, we had one yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought we had one yesterday.
Yeah. So yes, let me know when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so on the left-hand side of Automaton, we have a blue Protoss, it's Madbot. And on the right-hand side, it is Sharpened Edge. So yeah, I think Madbot would probably be the favourite for this, but it's got quite a history of doing well.
That is true. But again, like, I always gotta consider the matchup. I don't think we've had too much data on Protoss versus Protoss this tournament, so
no,
it could go either way.
Yeah, definitely.
Logic unique to that matchup.
Yeah.
So things would be very different.
I think we saw the perfect example with Lambdanaut when he was playing against Micro Machine. He initially sent the Ravagers straight over to the other side of the map, which actually was a good tactic. But then he didn't when playing against the Zerg. So yeah, that might be that. We see a nice scout coming in from Madbot. I don't know who's going to get too much scouted with this, but
I mean, he at least sees the buildings that are inside his base, which is always important to know.
And now he's going to get a bit more of a scout.
At the start of this game, Madbot had like 0 APM for a while, like 100, between 100 and 0 APM, which is pretty good for a bot.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of backwards. Lower APM is a lot harder to do with programming a bot. So.
Yeah, I don't quite have that level when I play a game, but yeah. Um, let's do that. Scout is very determined to get to get the information, and I think very soon we're gonna have Madbot telling us exactly what build he's gonna do. Um,
Hmm.
does that count as smack talk, telling the opponent exactly what you're gonna do? I don't really
I
think
think
it
that's
does.
very borderline smack talk.
uh,
Like it's kind of like looking down on them, you know? They're
yeah,
like, I'm so good, I'm gonna beat you even though I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do and actually do it, you know?
yeah. So he's gonna go with a 4-gate proxy. I think was that? Yeah,
I think that's what it said. 48 proxy build order chosen.
yeah.
Am I getting a phone call? I have headphones in.
Ah, okay. I'll leave you to go deal with that.
Probably don't need to talk to him.
That's right. So yeah, it does look like 4 gateways are coming out. He isn't lying. Bots actually have,
Hey, that would be the true smack talk. Telling your opponent what build order you're doing and they're not doing it.
yeah, I mean like bots very rarely lie. Like they haven't got the art of like bluffing really. Because I think these two initial adepts are going to get cleaned up.
Just like you gotta take bots at their word, man.
Yeah,
It's the one thing we still are better at.
yeah. Because before I made Starcraft bots, I actually had to go at making poker bots as well.
Oh, really?
And bluffing is actually one of the hardest things to do. Um, well, it's not one of the hardest things to do, but knowing when your opponent is bluffing and figuring that out. Um, yeah, I'll actually share that on GitHub. I think I have it shared on GitHub. But yeah, it was fun for a while. Didn't make much money, but it was
It's
a good
always
laugh.
worth a go.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so yeah, it does look like Sharpened Edge is quite a bit low on the work on the army supply at the moment. Although it does look like he's getting his first Immortal up with a robotic space, so I'm guessing that's going for Colossus. As we see Madbot's coming straight out here. His one base four gate aggressive strategy looks like it might be coming to fruition. Let's see how this push goes. I think they're just hanging out there waiting for the rest of the army.
Yeah, we will definitely see.
I mean, if you look at the army that Sharpened Edge has, it's going to be hard for him.
Yeah, he has an immortal, and immortals are very good against stalkers.
Yeah,
I
and
think actually Sharpened Edge is going to hold this, but
yeah, and Immortal in a Guardian Shield as well. Although the Guardian Shield has gone down for Sharpened Edge, even though there's a couple of them for Madbot.
immortals have their own shield.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that Immortal is doing some work.
yeah, they just
it's
destroy
crazy.
stalkers.
Yeah.
Like, there's that saying that goes, you can tell how far a Protoss is from another Protoss just by looking at Immortal count.
Yeah.
Will carry you pretty well throughout most of the game.
Yeah. We do see. Oh no, that looks like it's going to be completely cleared up now. We've got
Yeah, so,
another couple of zealots coming in. I'm not sure if they're going to continue with the attack given that the rest of their army is down, but it does look like they're going to sacrifice themselves. But this doesn't look good for Madbot. He just seems to be sending an army one at a time at the moment.
yeah, he said it was a 4-gate proxy build order. I don't know why he included the word proxy, because this is not like any proxy I've seen.
No, so what you're saying is he did lie.
I mean,
After
I
all that
guess,
talk, he did lie.
from a point of view, yeah. I don't think he
Oh.
reevaluates his build order too, because I don't
No.
think this was going very well.
But yeah, there doesn't seem to be much behind. Bessie hasn't expanded. He's down by like 16 workers.
Yeah, I think his one base void ray build would have probably been.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? It would have been a completely different game. Maybe it would have made so many immortals. But like this slow trickle of units is definitely not what you want when you're fighting another bot.
I think it's now just a matter of when Sharpened Edge wants to go and push across the map.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I think he could definitely attack move across the map and win.
Yeah.
Because it's just 5 zealots, a stalker, and a sentry against 3 immortals and a bunch of other stuff.
But just 3 immortals would do it, yeah.
Yeah, we could probably definitely speed this one up because just like it.
Let's go. I'll put it on double for a moment.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Madbot has got anything other than just sending individual units around, which is a shame.
Chat saying, I think Sharpened Edge was trying to go for Colossus, and seeing Stalker Camp made it decide against it. So, I mean...
I do like the way that Madbot keeps baiting Sharpened Edge into just moving slightly that little bit further across the map. But now it's finally got to the base, and it does look like the boys are being pulled from Madbot.
Yeah, the portal count's just way too high.
Yeah, and there we have a Colossus, finally.
It could have gone either way, but just barely held right at the start.
I think without that Immortal, he would have been dead. But
100%.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Immortals are a good unit, so...
Yep. And there we have it. So, Sharpened Edge takes down his first win, I believe. Or was it his second win?
I think it might be his first.
Yeah, that's his first win, so that's good. So, I think currently the only bot without a win would be Lambda, who is in our next game against Kagamine. So let's see how that goes. So this is our final streamed game of the night, guys. So hope you enjoy it. Let me know when you're ready.
We've seen one game with Lambda not.
Yeah.
And I thought I had a pretty good shot, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, it wasn't a bad build. It was just slightly... like,
yeah, I think he's got
timed.
He's got promise there. It's just like he was very close to beating Micro Machine. So anyway, let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Lambda Naught is in the top left-hand corner, is our blue Zerg, and the red Zerg in the bottom right is Kagamine, who's your player against versus 03-22-90. I guess that's the date. I think so.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I thought it was the version number, and I'm like, holy moly, you've made a lot of versions.
Yeah, HChex has been busy, man. Like, come on. No.
Yeah, I think he just had a bot that was incrementing the version of his bot.
Yeah. So he writes a bot to write a bot.
I mean, next thing you know, he'll be writing a bot that lies. So.
That's alright. No, Madbot's already done that for us. But vicious liar. He said he was going to proxy.
You say it's alright now, but wait till like the killer robots come to us and start saying, I will not kill you. And then they just go for it. That's what happens when you have a bot that lies.
It's like the cartoon where the slight mistyping of like while you miss out the exclamation mark and like while not humans don't kill humans or something. I can't remember. I'll find the comic. There was something on Programmer Humor on Reddit anyway. Maybe someone in Twitch chat could post that. It's alright. The robots aren't going to kill us anytime soon. At least I hope.
I mean, I hope so too. Looks like Kagamine has a little bit faster spawning pool. And a hatchery.
Yeah. So let's...
And
no, I think
still
the hatch...
for a spawning pool.
No, Lambda Naught has the
Oh, he does
spawning
that. He
class.
does have a
Yeah,
spawning pool.
yeah,
I
he
was
has
hitting.
a spawning call up. So
I was
that's
hitting units, not.
yeah. Oh, you early pulled me. That wasn't very nice.
Oh, wow, that literally what we're talking about right now. It knows.
Yeah,
It knows.
you can see. It's got this little scout up here. And I think we're going to see the Queen come out and remove that scout's poor life. Oh, Seed goes down.
Oh, poor scout. Like, we don't see a lot of scouts that get out alive. Like,
No.
it just kind of like I'll die.
So we've got a single Zergling coming in here. Doesn't look like that's going to get much done. 3-on-1, that's not fair.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Or is it just a bait? Is he trying to bait him across the map for something? No, maybe not.
I mean, he went up the ramp before he decided to turn around. That's always a dangerous move.
Yeah.
Like, you watch the pro games, and, like, right when the other unit gets on top of a ramp, like, the pro player just turns around. They're like, nope, not worth the risk. I'm not going up the ramp with, like, these 3 units. Nope, not worth it.
So again, it just seems like Lambda's going to send in one Zerg at a time.
Yeah, so this is quite interesting. So it looks like Kagamine saw the early pool and interpreted it as a very aggressive build, right? So it built a bunch of links. And then, no attack came, right? So it looks like that early pool was just for, like, early, like, defense, maybe.
Yeah.
But looks like Kakamine's realized, hey, no attack's coming, so it's going across the map, seeing what damage it can do.
And here we come, a bunch of speedlings. It looks like they're getting a bunch of kills and they're going to take this Queen down. This is very bad news.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see.
No.
Like, it's a little late, but generally, I think the only way to hold against this kind of thing is to take all your drones and you just surround your queens. Yeah. Like, yes, they will attack the drones, but they won't get to the queen, and the queen can just do damage because until, like, you get a spine crawler up or something, because you just don't have too many options. I think at this point, Keg might just might overrun him.
Yeah, I think this is game over right here. But Lambda does have a third base up, so but I don't think that doesn't give you immediately any Zerglings. Although the Zerglings are just trying to take out this one little bit of one little leg
Gotta
here.
go for the egg.
Yeah.
It'll be a minute. I like how Bus didn't realize how much armor the eggs have.
Yeah.
Because they'll just go for it like all day.
There we go. There is a spine crawler. I don't know what it's going to do there though.
Yeah, it definitely does not want to go there. Kakamine's saying that he needs to make his bot smarter so it doesn't build a bunch of early lings because it thought it was getting cheesed, and I'm like, dude, your bot's like winning. Like, I don't like it. You recognize, hey, no attack's coming in. Let's move across the map. So, overall, I don't think it was a bad play.
So I think this might be our quickest game so far in the race for the title of the fastest winning bot. At least it would be if the cocoons weren't sitting there. Oh.
Yeah, those poor larvae. It looks like there's one more base.
It's one more base and one more drone. Oh, the humanity. Or the Zerganity.
Zerganity?
I don't know.
Yeah, 0 supply left.
Yeah, and there we go. GG guys. Well played. So yeah.
Good game.
That was a very fun game. So yeah, and just before we go, I want to put a couple more of the highlights up, so we can get through a few of those.
Okay.
So which ones have we done? I think. So have we got Lambda against Sharpened Edge? I think is one more we have to go. Let's just set that going. Yeah, so I think Sharpened Edge was doing his normal thing. He was trying to send um, a few adepts into the mineral line. I think he got a few drones out of that one. So, but they did eventually go down.
I like the idea of doing adept harass because I feel like it has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
Like, because what oftentimes bots do is they like F2A move, like this, move their whole army someplace. But if you're like shading from base to base, like what are you gonna do? Like the whole army moves one place, and then you teleport over there, and then the whole army moves another place, and then you teleport again.
yeah, it was pretty well done. Anyway, Sharpened Edge eventually got a bunch of zealots and a bunch of adepts, and even though Lambda did try to counterattack a bit, I think he ended up taking down this base maybe, but uh, so yeah, eventually we see Sharpened Edge grabbing a Void Ray.
Yeah, the Void Ray is going to put in some serious work. One thing roaches are really weak against is Void Rays,
Yeah,
and I think the only thing they might be even weaker to than Void Rays is tanks. Like, so out of all the units in the game, like Void Rays are like up there in terms of like killing roaches.
oh certainly. But yeah, it got to a stage where I think Sharpened Edge just had a bit too much for Lambda, even though he managed to repel a few attacks. And something I've noticed that Sharpened Edge does is he'll put some hallucinations down, especially with Immortals. So Lambda was wasting a lot of time on trying to take out these hallucinated Immortals.
That's a really interesting use of
Yeah,
entry energy. Okay. I wonder if that's actually better than Guardian Shield. I don't know. Like, I don't know which one would save you more health.
I don't know. I think taking out Immortal has a lot of hit points, so yeah,
Yeah, it definitely might be the Immortal. Like,
yeah.
it's pretty creative.
But eventually, Sharpened Edge came across the map with a bunch of carriers.
Yeah. Oh, Sharpen Edge goes for late game carriers.
Yep.
I did not know. That's pretty. But bots and late game carriers are like go hand in hand.
Yeah, pretty much. So then it was just a case of removing all the rest of the buildings, as is tradition. Uh, there really wasn't much room for pineapple there.
Yeah, it's there's no one left to save Pineapple except Road.
Oh, poor bot. Um, so yeah, and after that, I think we have Madbot versus Kagamine. Let me just check. I haven't had that one yet. No. So I don't know what build order Madbot was going for, but it was a fairly stale opening to this until at least the 5 minute mark, where we saw Madbot pushing across with a couple of Garden Shields, some Immortals, and some Stalkers. I think it looks like there's enough there to push him back, but at least on this attack. But Madbot, as Madbot does, keeps coming across the map. And I like the way Madbot deals with these Zerglings here. Just pulls the workers to deal with them. And
I mean, it's probably a lot of the same code that you use to defend against early worker rushes.
yeah.
Like, you see, oh no, there's enemies in my base, better pull the workers. Unfortunately, you do not want to pull workers against roaches. Roaches versus workers, not a good fight to take, ever. Period. No. Don't do that.
And then, yeah, so Kakamine really just had too much for him right here. And I think in the end he just runs up and removes everything from the base.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So it seemed like this group was actually pretty well evenly matched.
Yeah. So I think all the bots in this group done really well. There was it like I think in yesterday's group, Qbot could be pretty clearly seen to be one of the weaker bots, but I don't think we've got that in this group. I think it's pretty well done. Anyway, I think the last game that we haven't seen, or at least seen the highlights to, is going to be Micro Machine against Madbot.
Cool, cool.
Sorry. Apologies, guys. Losing my voice slightly.
It's all good.
There we go. So yeah, I'll just put the highlights for this on. I think we see Micro Machine doing his usual thing of throwing in
I
the...
think we might need to change. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So that's good. But Madbot was able to clean it up fairly successfully. At least to start with, before we started getting the Banshees in. And
Have we seen this one?
I don't think so.
I think we might have already seen this one.
Yes, sorry, you're entirely correct. So which one haven't we seen then?
Chat says Micro Marine Machine versus Sharpened Edge.
Yes. Give me one sec. No, we've seen Micro Machine Sharpened Edge. We streamed that one.
Did we?
No, we haven't seen Perfect Split against Madbot. Yes, we streamed. That was the second one we streamed.
No, the second one we did was Perfect Split versus Sharpened Edge. I don't think we did Micro Machine versus Sharpened Edge.
Oh, sorry, Micro Machine. You might be correct. Sorry, guys, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I get them confused too, dude.
Did we stream that one?
I'm looking through the replays folder. I did not see Micro Machine versus Sharpened Edge.
Yeah. Give me one sec.
Okay, all good.
Sorry, guys. So I'm not sure where that went to. Okay. I haven't actually got a highlights video for that one. We can stream that one if you like.
I mean, we can.
Hold on, I'll drop you the replay. I thought I'd done highlights video for everything, but turns out I didn't. So I apologize for that, guys. So you got that?
I see it in the chat. Hit download, I thought. Oh, no, it went. It just hid from me.
Ah, that's okay.
Okay, it's opening now.
Cool. Sorry, I had shut down Starcraft 2, so I'll reopen that. So you got a bonus, guys, because I was terrible at making my replay vids and entirely forgot about a game.
All good, all good.
So I hope you enjoy it. Right, let me know when you're good to go.
I'm ready to go.
Go in 3, 2, 1, go. So for our final game of the night, our actually final game of the night this time, we have down in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Sharpened Edge as the red Protoss and the blue Terran.
We might need to change to the...
Oh, damn it. Do I keep doing this?
All good, all good.
There we go.
We'll catch it earlier and earlier.
Our blue Terran is Micro Machine our dominator for the week. So yeah.
The doctor played the bots, dude. I don't know if I'd beat Micro Machine.
I don't know. Like, I'd actually like to play against Micro Machine. I think I might give it a go at some point.
I feel like I don't know. It's hard to say.
It would be
I would definitely know Banshees would be coming. So knowing the Banshees are coming is like half the battle. So
it would be so frustrating though, because Micro Machine just has this habit of harassing on every single part of the map, and he'd be like, "No, why are you doing this to me?"
Now, I'm actually really curious to see what happened. Maybe I'll do that at some point.
Yeah, I could see it be very, very frustrating.
I mean, probably no more frustrating than playing against me, because that's what I do. Probably should have said that because everyone's like, "You're gonna do cloaked Banshees? Oh man, you're such a cheesy guy." Okay, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. I do it.
Yeah.
Times.
Oh god, I hate you now. That's terrible.
Okay.
Why are you doing this?
Okay, first he calls me fat, then he says I do cloaked Banshees.
Yeah.
Well, at least I don't play Protoss. Like, it's basically an insult, dude.
Oh god.
Protoss player.
Damn it, man! You're insulting me on my own stream. Oh.
Oh, good.
That's fun. So yeah, I think we see the Reapers coming out. Good timing.
Yeah, let's see how much damage the Reaper does. The Reapers do not seem to be a core part of the strategy. It's just like, hey, I'm scouting. I might as well do a little bit of damage with the Reapers.
Yeah, it's a nice early harass.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And here we see him coming in.
Oh, he's good. Oh, no, so close to getting a worker kill.
We've got the Adepts out. I think that's probably going to clear it up.
It certainly is.
Or maybe not. Is Micro
Reapers actually outrange Adepts.
Yeah.
So if some Reaper bots can just kill the Adepts because like the Adepts can't ever get close enough. So, but I think with Shade it might turn it around though.
Yeah, you can shade in and get close to him probably.
Like it's so hard to do that though. Like outrange it. Like I've only seen it happen at the pro level once, and even then they messed it up. So like I've never once been able to do it. I tried loading it into custom map. It's like impossible.
It's not something I would be able to do certainly.
But anyways, it's not about killing the Adept. It's about just scouting and buying time until the cloaked Banshees arrive. He has the Robo Bay. Question is, will he build the Observer?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly good shout.
Like they're just good to have anyway. It looks like he's going straight to the Immortals though.
Yeah. Sea Immortals are good to have as well, but probably not good against Cloaked Banshees.
HX says Futures killed his Adept with the Reaper, and I'm like, oh my god, Futures like next level. Like, what? It's like I challenge all you guys to open up the custom map in Starcraft and just try to kill a Reaper.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do.
Kill an Adept with a Reaper. Like, it's hard to even get a single shot off with it. Like, so.
You need just to be so precise with that and get it the exact range before going around though.
Once you get good enough at it, try and do it on a ladder game and watch as like all your APM spent on that and you don't build anything at home.
Yeah, I've had games like that. Not being as successful as that, but games where I'm just trying to furiously micro all my units and forget, oh, I was supposed to build more gateways, right?
Yeah, it happens. So Cloaked Banshee flying up across the map now.
Not quite cloaked yet. I don't think he's finished. Has he finished cloak? Yes, he has. So that's okay.
I do not think he has. He has. At least for me, it's showing up as high sec auto tracking.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. That might just be a bug because he does have an engineering BA. Why? Oh, no. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, why does
Oh,
he
wait.
have high stock?
What is that?
Yeah, he does not have cloak.
No.
He
Why is...
decided to get high sec auto tracking. Is like, so if you hit G for upgrades, like you'll see
Yeah.
what he got. Like,
That's crazy.
does it show that he has cloak?
No, he doesn't have cloak.
Oh, well, I mean, wow.
Uh, that's crazy. And he's not even getting it at the moment.
I wonder how that even happened. That's like one heck of a bug.
Yeah.
Decided to go for high sec auto tracking over cloak.
It's certainly not a decision I would make. But he's getting some Vikings out now.
Like, he does. Oh, I guess he has some missile turrets.
Yeah.
Maybe he got it because he scouted the early Stargate. He's like, hey, I see you finally decided to go. There isn't a Stargate. He did say that, right?
Yeah.
They're finally ready to produce air units. Took you long enough. I guess maybe
The robotics bay. Yeah.
Like, it can make warp prisms, but I don't think. I mean, maybe that's enough to trigger it.
I don't know. Possibly.
Holy moly! I would have not predicted this result.
But yeah, all those workers are going down.
Talk about throwing a game. Oh my goodness. Like, if you just had cloaked banshees, this would be a lot easier to clean up.
I think if he had cloaked banshees, he would have possibly won by now.
It definitely would have done a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Even without cloaked banshees, he should be able to fly across the map and kill all the probes. Like, that's his best bet. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he has an observer now. So even if he does get cloak, like, it won't be enough. My question is, will he get cloak after the rotors finish? The rotors have finished, and
he's not getting cloak.
Not yet. He doesn't have money for it yet.
Okay, yeah. But Micro Machine is pushing this attack back, so.
Yeah. Looks like he's building more missile turrets. He does not need more missile turrets.
No.
Every time he gets enough money for a missile turret, he builds another missile turret. Like, he doesn't even get enough money for cloak.
Wow.
That might be the bug, actually. It's just like, oh, we detected air units are coming, supposedly, and then he starts building, like, missile turrets. Like, just, he never gets enough. Chat says if he gets the speed upgrade, it's because he thinks it already has the cloak upgrade. So it looks like it's not even coming.
This is very unfortunate for Micro Machine right here.
I bet you what happened is it sent the command to build the cloak, but the game's like, oh, not enough minerals or something. Like, it didn't. Yeah. And then it never confirmed that cloak was actually on the way, you know?
It's either that or it's some form of, like, sending too many commands at once, which does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could.
Yeah.
But, wow, this is rough for Micro Machine. Not looking good for him.
No, 99 supply now to 11.
Yeah, no. Micro Machine is dead. Oh my goodness. Once a Protoss player or a Zerg player or even a Terran player is on top of Terran production,
yeah,
Aaron is in a world of pain. Like, you just can't fight that.
No.
Like, it's GG.
So yeah, might be worth speeding this up a bit now.
Yeah, I think so too. It is over. This is probably the biggest upset we've had.
Yes. I would say. I was expecting Micro Machine to almost go through this unbeaten, but...
Looks like Micro Machine lost a couple games.
Yeah, he's lost twice now, so... Against Sharpened Edge. And there we have it. Sharpened Edge takes the victory. So yeah. So that, let's see what that does to our standings. Obviously I haven't actually got the standings up on the screen at the moment. So let me just go through this. So yeah, so top of the tree at the moment in Group B is Perfect Split, with a not quite perfect but almost 4-1. In second place is 3 bots are actually in second. Wow, we actually have the same standings in the Group B that we have in Group A, just for different bots.
I thought Group A only had 2 bots in second.
No, it's got 3.
Oh, okay.
So yes, because in second place, or joint second place, is Kagamine, Micro Machine, and Sharpened Edge, all with 3 wins and 2 losses. Madbot has 2 wins and 3 losses, and Lambda Naught, unfortunately, is sitting at the bottom with no wins and 5 losses, which is actually pretty unfortunate because Lambda Naught is a very good bot. I think he's just not had the luck this time to get through, but still all to
Yeah,
play for.
yeah, it's rough. First time showings always rough.
Yeah, um, but he's not out. Like he's still in with a chance of qualifying. Remember, the top 2 from each group go through, so still a lot to play for.
So like 8 bots go through.
No, the top 2 from each group.
Well, if both like there's the first place and then 3 guys in second. So
Oh no, we'll do some tiebreaker games if that's the case next week. So
okay, because
could be a long one. Anyway, it's getting late, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you everyone for
okay,
joining us. Thanks, Doctor, again for being my
yeah,
trusty
you're welcome.
co-host and suffering all the abuse that I give you.
Yeah, it's all good. You Protoss player.
Yeah, god damn it. Cool. All right, thanks guys, and we'll
Okay.
see you all next week, 9:30 UTC again, and have fun. GG.
Okay. Later.